Now that 2023 is officially over, I wanted to wrap up the year and give you guys my top 5 books that I read. Now, just as a quick side note, I wanted to say that this is completely opinionated and it is my list of the books that I read during the last year. So if you don't agree with it, you could go and you could leave your comments down in the description after you've done watching this video. Now, without further ado, let's go on with the list. Now, let's kickstart this list off with my favorite book of the previous year, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Now, this book was amazing from beginning till the end. And as soon as I picked it up and finished it, I knew that I was going to include this in this video that was coming out later in the year. This book is filled with so much great knowledge that I think everyone should pick it up. And this is my first recommendation of this year. Now, I cannot recommend this book enough to you guys. And because of how much I love Ryan Holiday's work, I'm going to be making sure that I read more of her work this year. Now, no list of recommending books could be complete without including the GOAT himself, Robert Greene. And for my selection of his book, I'm going to include the book Mastery. Now, I did manage to read multiple of his books, but this is the book that I'm going to put in this list. This book is a fountain of knowledge with all of the examples throughout history that it provides. If you want to take the next step in whatever endeavor you are taking, this is the book. It's literally in the title. If you read this book and implement them and the examples it is provided, you will become a master in your given field. Now, this book provides so many different examples of great people in their field throughout history that you can implement it to whatever you are doing, whether that's sports, anything theory-based or even educational. This book has it all. The only downside that I could think of this is after you've done reading this book, you're going to be hooked with Robert Greene. You're going to want to pick up every single book that is written and you cannot stop yourself from reading the rest. Now, another extremely important aspect in life is to do with relationships. And now, since I wanted to make this list a complete one, I couldn't have made it without including How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Now, this book deserved its spot on this list because of how much it improved me personally, and I'm sure it could help you as well. The amount of game that's in this book that's helped me, and I'm sure that it will be able to help you, is immense. If you are shy, socially awkward, or just can't seem to figure out why people are not listening to your ideas, then this is the book. You're going to put yourself at that stage where people will listen to you and actually respect your ideas. If you've read this book, you can absolutely demand whatever you want, even if it's completely to your bias and favor. People will just tend to listen to you if you use the tactics used in this book. And I can tell you from first-hand experience that it does fully work. Ultimately, if you implement the teachings of this book, you're going to see a drastic improvement in your quality of friendships and how effective you are with conversating with them. Now, my penultimate book is one that I read much earlier in 2023. It is called The Joy of Being Selfish. Now, I have to put my hands up here and say that previously I used to be a crowd pleaser and I used to put everyone's interest before my own. And that is the exact reason why I picked up this book. I would sacrifice time, money, and effort to please everyone else and make sure that they were better off. However, that took a massive toll on the quality of my life. Now, if you are someone who finds yourself in positions like this very frequently or are in this position right now, then this is the book for you right now. Now, after I've completed reading this book, I haven't become a selfish person. It's quite the contrary. I've become the person who's able to manage boundaries and also set expectations between myself and others. People are no longer able to run all over you, and people know that you have set boundaries and standards for yourself and what you expect of others and what you can do for them. Finally, the last book that I read in the year of 2023, King, Warrior, Magician, Lover by Robert Moore. Now, I can't lie, the only reason I picked up this book was because I saw a video of Imam Gadzi talking about it and how much he enjoyed reading it. So that is the pure purpose of me picking it up in the first place. He talked about this book very briefly. However, the entire idea and the concept of this book intrigued me quite a lot. So that's the reason why I managed to pick it up and read it. Now, I have to say, as soon as I started reading, I knew this was going to be a great read. The entire concept of this book is that Robert Moore is questioning the entire archetype of what it is to become a man and exactly what those archetypes are. It shows all of the beginning and the fully developed stages of those characteristics each person could have. And it tells you exactly what the benefits and downfalls of each of them are. Now, this book is a complete summary of all the main archetypes. However, he's done multiple books on each of these archetypes separately, where he takes a deep dive and looks into them even further. Now, I haven't personally read those books. However, this is a very great summary of those books all into one. So if I wanted to recommend one, I would recommend this one. And if you're interested in each of those characteristics, then you can pick up of those separately later on. And the main purpose of this book is that it helps you evaluate and analyze exactly what type of man you can be. It is not only extremely educational for men, but also for females, because it helps you understand exactly what the man's psyche is. Anyway, that is my top 5 book recommendations for 2024 if you guys want to pick up and start reading. Now, I have to say that this was my list, and Parsa is also having his video released very soon with his 5 books. They are going to be different books because he has read different books from me in the previous year. So make sure if you enjoyed this content to drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss that video when it does drop. Comment down below your favorite books that you've read in the previous years, and maybe we should check those out as well. Remember that reading is extremely important for your success, and make sure that you start reading if you haven't already. These book recommendations are a great place to start, so make sure you pick one up straight away. That's the end of this video. Stay traditional.